Coming to you loud and clear.
Hey, your boy Smoked Out Bell checking in. You already know Famous Athletics. Make sure you click that like button and subscribe while you at it. But you know, we around, man, just checking in from all kinds of angles, all kinds of aspects, interviews, topics. But I'm basically here to talk about the Jessie Vargas versus Keith Thurman bout, rumored to be for April of 2018. Hopefully that goes down, because you know that's a real good fight, and it definitely would look good on Keith Thurman's record and on Jessie Vargas' record, because they both are big names in this generation. Vargas brings a lot to the table, regardless of what people say about him. He might have 2 L's, and Keith Thurman is undefeated, so people might think like, okay, well, he's probably gonna take an easy W on this one. But you guys gotta remember, even though I like Keith Thurman, that's my boy, Vargas only lost to Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao, which are caliber fighters. They're top fighters, you know. So when you put a fighter like Jessie Vargas against Keith Thurman, you can't really count him out. I know a lot of people like to count out people if they don't have undefeated records, but I mean, you know, he's just not any sort of leftover fighter. He's the underdog in this fight, I believe, and a lot of underdogs win sometimes. Now, as far as Keith Thurman, this is one thing I will tell you about him. He's mentally strong, not just physically, but mentally strong. Keith Thurman, basically, he outboxes you, and he does it in a fashion where you would probably hate to watch his fights, just for the simple fact that he fights sort of like Floyd. Not 100%, but he has that boxer in him, you know. Now another thing, Jessie Vargas hits hard too, but his chin is questionable. We've seen Vargas go down before, of course. Keith Thurman, we've seen him get hit in the body, and he survived it. Once again, he's mentally strong, guys. So this goes back to how to survive in a moment like that. When you get hit to the body, you have to know how to survive. You have to know how to either run around, turn into a boxer, and get away from those kind of moments. Either you clinch, or you just outbox the guy, or whatever you have to do to survive. But it all goes back to the mental game. If you're not mentally strong, you might not survive this game of boxing a long time. Now, if you look at Keith Thurman's record, he's undefeated for a reason. He fought names like Danny Garcia, Robert Guerrero, and people like Diego Chavez, you know. Compared to Jessie Vargas, if you look at his record, Jessie Vargas doesn't really have big names like that on his record. And even with Keith Thurman's record, those are not super big names, but they're credible names that the boxing world can say that, you know, he has fought. Not to forget Sean Porter, and I know a lot of you guys are thinking Keith one-time Thurman, if he was that good of a boxer how I'm describing him to be, then of course you're probably thinking, why hasn't he fought Errol Spence? Now, that's on another topic, but I'll talk about that shortly, you know, just to have you guys all briefed up about that. But yeah, I believe that Keith Thurman hasn't fought Errol Spence because he's taken the business side of boxing and he's running with it. If you guys sit here and say, oh well, he's scared of Errol Spence, yeah, well, it seems like it. That's one thing, but at the same time, he's learning off of other people who've done the same thing in the past, which is basically milk a fight, promote it, and etc. Whatever, you know, just basically try to promote a fight and extend it to the point where he could sell the fight within 2-year, 3-year period. Now, I understand, looking at it from a boxing fan, a hardcore boxing fan, he should have been fought Errol Spence, because it's been about 2 years now. Errol Spence has proven himself, you know, to be a top, let's say a top 5 fighter of this generation right now as we speak. He currently holds a belt in the welterweight division. Keith Thurman has 2 belts in the welterweight division. I mean, why not unify? It only makes sense. So I kind of understand from the boxing side hardcore fan side, and I understand from the business side. You know, that's why I really don't want to give my take on that. But back to the Jessie Vargas and Keith Thurman. Like I said before, Keith Thurman, Jessie Vargas, real good bout. Who do I got winning on that one? I would probably say Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman is a boxer. He comes at you in every kind of angle. He adjusts. If he gets hit, he goes into his mental game and just finds a way not to get hit. Finds a way to make you miss, make you pay. Sort of like Floyd. Jessie Vargas comes at you, aggressive style. He's always ready to knock you out. I feel like this fight could go either way. It could go 12-round decision, unanimous decision for Keith Thurman. Jessie Vargas just gets outboxed, because I mean, it's not like if we haven't seen that in the past. If you guys seen the Timothy Bradley fight, obviously he got outboxed. He did catch Timothy Bradley in the 12th round, almost knocked him out, but it was out of desperation because he knew he was losing the fight. So once again, it could either go unanimous decision, majority decision, but I believe it's gonna go 12 rounds if it does, and it would go for Keith Thurman, the decision. If it happens to be that Jessie Vargas, for some magical reason, catches Keith Thurman in the chin and rocks him, I feel Keith Thurman will adjust, because it's not like he hasn't done that in the past. He has been tested before. Ladies and gentlemen, if you agree with me, comment below. Let me know what you feel about this fight. Hopefully it gets made, and we get to see this bout for 2018. And this could be a tune-up fight for the Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman fight, which I believe it probably will take place sometime either next September or maybe next November. Let me know what you guys think, man. Famous Athletics, Smoked Out Bill checking out. You already know.